bottom. Ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from
What's going down, gamblers around the world? It's the coach here, representing Brothers and Bets, and I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend. He lived up to his goddamn name yesterday, Mister
Hey,
Mister Marley Bets. What's going down?
hey, what's up with it, Coach? What's going down? Yo, man, we had to come back after the day before yesterday. Drunk plays. The only time I want to hear the word Clippers is when I'm in the barbers. Fellas, what's up,
Good.
Sean? What's going down? Your 90 days, man. Say, I don't even want to say I told you so, man. Just look, man. You know it ain't over. It ain't. It's not over, dog. Nah, it's over. It's over. Even if the Clippers just get, even if Dallas only went, man, I'll do that during the recap while Coach showing the story. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into
Nah,
that
go ahead. Get into
recap.
the recap right now. I'm posting to the chats right now, so we can go ahead and get on it. I know you've been waiting to get on it. Hell, even United Day late last night, he got on and said, "Man, I know y'all about to get ready to go live to talk about them
It
Clippers."
was, I wanted to. It was late though, so you know I let boys make it. You know what I'm saying? It was, and it. I was kind of, we talked last night, Coach. You know, I was mad. I ain't put nothing on that money line. I just only took the 7 because I figured like the Clippers gonna come out and show something. I mean, I thought they would. I thought Dallas would definitely cover the 7 easy. I ain't gonna lie, man. I didn't even think Dallas was gonna win, but hey, they gotta get Pat Beverly. I can't even talk shit about uh first round P, dog. Like he played good basketball last night, and Kawhi balled yesterday. It's just not enough offensively. They need some help, but the problem now offensively, like shit, somebody gotta hold Luka, bro. It can't be just the fourth quarter. You put Kawhi on him like Paul George and Kawhi gotta hold this man all game, and like Pat Beverly, he making that nigga look like a little kid, bro. Every time they like going after Pat Beverly. Like every
Yeah,
time that nigga is on the court, whoever he holding, they running pick and roll to get that nigga on Luka. And Luka is backing his ass down and telling him, like, nigga, you too little, bro. Get in the weight room, nigga. You can't stop putting this little nigga up on me. I'm gonna kill him. Every
yeah,
time. Luka getting 30 out there. Like, I don't know. The Clippers in trouble, dog.
easy
Unless
30,
unless Paul George or Kawhi finna say, Coach, we got him the whole game. You gotta get Pat Beverly off the floor. Like he can't even be on the court right now. He killing
bro,
me every time. And like
bro.
really, even to me, even if LA Dallas just got to win one game out of the 2 at home. If they just do that, you still looking at 3 straight elimination games. So it don't even. It's over. It's a wrap. It's done. Kawhi,
Man, that
I see
boy,
you
that
in either New York or Miami next year.
New York would not be a bad spot for him.
If I was him, I'd probably go to Miami. But New York, it fit his mold, you know, defense. They need another person that can score. But I like Miami if I'm him. I want to go to
Hey
Pat
man,
Riley. But then you got to think about it too. Like, they going to say he doing what
mm,
LeBron did. First
yep.
LeBron went to LA, then he went to LA. First LeBron went to Miami, then he went to Miami. So he might go to New York.
If he goes to New York, he's going to be the king of New York in every
If he
sport.
win the title, he'll be the king of New York.
Man, when he touched down, he'll be the king of that
You think
bitch.
so? I
Yes,
don't know.
sir.
The
They need
Knicks are the
one
king of New
super.
York right now.
No, yeah, that's true. I mean, shit. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see. I mean, they looking like it right now, but yeah, that boy Luca hit a left. He hit a fadeaway for 3 on his left leg.
Going left, and then looked at Dirk.
That's definitely that series is a good series because it's kind of like, hey, Clippers, you reap what you sow. You feel me?
The Clippers
Yeah,
are just a disappointment, dog. Like I think who said this shit today? Jay Woods. It was either Jay Woods or Keyshawn on a little show. Was like the Clippers are like they every time they get in position, like they've never accomplished nothing. And every time they get in a position to accomplish anything, they lose. Like and that's what I said last night, Coach, when Hova was texting us, you know, right before he made that last retarded bet. on the Clippers. I was like, bro, I told you, no, it was you, coach. That was before Mikey, though. You asked me at halftime, what's the play? I say, Dallas, man, we're not taking no Clippers. They're losers. They're losers, dog.
And then
They
you
are
look,
losers. I hollered at my boy J.O. today. We was talking about the game. That boy say they losing because that ain't no home court advantage. That's the Lakers' home. Clippers don't even got no home, bro. Niggas ain't got
man,
no home.
they losing because they supposed to have all this depth. They not getting nobody involved. Like at halftime, when I posted the halftime statistics for each team,
Yeah.
the starters for Dallas was balling and everybody on the bench was balling.
Everybody
You
had
know what I'm
10.
saying? Exactly. You look at the Clippers, especially they started five, Kawhi 30, Paul
PG
George
had 17. That's what I
17,
said.
but
PG was doing good, but you can't have Morris twin for no points at halftime and
no,
Ibaka and Beverly. But you said the right word. They have no depth. When I think about it, they got none. Like
they're not playing
outside
team
of
ball.
PG, Kawhi, and I guess Morris. Like who else is putting the ball in the basket?
They're not playing team ball. They legit AAU. Beverly had 2 points going into halftime. So that made the decision a whole lot easier. Once I kind of seen who was playing team ball, jumped on that second half, made half of my three bands back. So I'm good. I'm ready to roll tonight. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into it real quick. Hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey, be sure to like, subscribe, follow. Whatever platform you're on, hit a like, hit the heart, whatever it is, man. Let's get more people in it. We appreciate y'all hard work. Not hard work, but we appreciate y'all tuning in and being dedicated.
But I tell them to come get this money because I mean everybody was undefeated yesterday.
Everybody. So yeah, let's kind of recap on the plays. As for myself, I know I took first half Nets. That was easy money. We took Lakers -2. That was not. It was easy in the beginning, but then I started saying, "Hey man, the Lakers starting to show they monkey. They better get it together." But they pulled through and got that. What really helped them for that victory, and I ain't gonna lie, Chris Paul being hurt, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's major. I
And
mean,
that's
yeah.
and that's gonna hurt my bet right now. Like, damn, how long are you gonna be out for? But anywho,
Yeah, that's
hit
major.
hit
That's
that,
major in crunch time. Like when it's tight, need that nigga out there, dog.
and then Luca and them, they took care of business, man. That was easy money. And you
Man,
said something good too, because I wasn't watching the game. You was like, bro, they just took the lead for the first time at halftime. So I was like, oh yeah, let's get it. But let's get it right now. We got 3 good games. It's just me and Marley, so we should be able to get through this quickly. Washington Wizards taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. This line opened up in favor of the 76ers -8, and that line is still the same right now. Some spots got it at 8.5, but as a consensus, it's still -8. The total opened up at 230.5, and right now it's at 230.5 as a consensus, but it's kind of going all over the place because I see some spots got it at 228.5, 229. So it's kind of depending on what side you're trying to be on the total. Keep your options open, look around the books, and test them all out and see if you can get that line that benefits you. Um, Washington Wizards record: 35-40 on the year, 43-31-1 against the spread. While the 76ers, they are 50-23 on the year, 38-31-4 against the spread. Actual factuals. Washington Wizards, they are 13-4-1 against the spread in the last 18 games. The overs hit 8 out of the last 12. They're 13-7 straight up in the last 20 games, 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games playing against the 76ers. 0-6 straight up in the last 6 games against Philly. 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games when on the road. 0-10 straight up in the last 10 games when playing on the road against Philly. 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games this season. 12-3-1 in the last 16 games against an Eastern Conference opponent. And the unders hit 8 out of the last 11 going against the Atlantic Division. Actual factors for the 76ers. The overs hit 4 out of the last 6. They're 11-2 straight up in the last 13 games. 8-0 straight up in the last 8 games when playing at home. Again, 10-0 straight up in the last 10 games when playing at home against Washington. The overs hit 4 out of the last 5 when the 76ers are playing against a Southeast Division opponent. They're 4-1-1 against the spread in the last 6 games when playing on a Wednesday, and they are 8-4 in the last 12 games against the spread when playing as a favorite. Injury reports, everybody is healthy. Last time these two teams played, it was 125 to 118. 76ers hosting the Wizards. What you got, Marley?
We kind of talked about briefly a little bit today, man. Hey, today's game is kind of tough, man. Not gonna lie, dog. Up and down, all three of them. But on this one, man, I'm gonna take the 8, and I'm gonna take Washington. I just think it's way too many points. I know they won by 7 the last game. But we gotta remember too, Bradley Beal is getting healthier and healthier each day as day goes by. I learned that in the Indiana game, coach, he told me, that was the whole reason I took the Pacers. It's not because I thought they were better teams, because Bradley Beal banged up. He came out, he did what he's supposed to do. And then, they lost against Philly game 1, which they probably gonna lose this game, honestly. But because Philly is tough as fuck at home already, and they underman, no answer for Embiid. The thing is, though, what I did see that I did like in that game, the game was close pretty much throughout, but when Embiid go down, Washington be taking advantage, man. I think I had seen a stat during the game at the time. They was like plus 13 with Embiid on the floor and like minus 10 with him not on the floor. So that's gonna be the key. Can they capitalize when he's not on the floor? And can Westbrook hopefully get him in foul trouble with driving to the lane? I expect Bill to play a better game. I just think 8 points is just a little bit too much. They won by 7 last game. I think it'll be a little bit closer. I still ultimately think Philly is the better team, hands down, no question. Philly will win the series. I don't think they get the sweep. I think 5-1. I think Russ and Bill is good enough to get 1 when they go back to Washington. But I'm gonna take the Wizards plus 8. I just think it's too many points. I looked at Washington's last 10 games. Over their last 10 games, they've only. Well, I'm gonna start with this. Last 10 games, ATS 6-3-1. 2-1 ATS on the road out of those 10. And then this is another interesting stat that I picked up on earlier. So I won't call it a stat anyway, but Philly has only Washington has only lost by more than 8 out of their last 10 games only one time. And that was against I got it right here. Oh, excuse me, no times. That's 4. That's 1. That's 1. One time, excuse me. One time. May 18th against Boston. It's the only time they lost by more than 8. Lost by 7 in Philly, beat Indiana. Charlotte beat them by 5. Lost to Atlanta by 4. Lost to Atlanta by 1. Lost to Milwaukee by 1. They're not getting blown out often. They don't get blown out too much. So I'm gonna take the points. Trying not to be, my bad, I was a little long-winded on that. But I got Washington plus 8. Just too many points.
All right. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I mean, that's a good stat you pulled up. The stat about Washington not losing by more than 8.
My best LJ, doing my best LJ impersonation.
Right. The thing about 76ers, and then kind of looking at these scores, the thing about those guys, man, is when the game is late, they're either going to cut it down. Like they give up, it'll either be a late backdoor cover or a push. They tend to give up those spreads towards the end of the game.
Right.
But they are inconsistent. I mean, granted, they've been out for a while. They're trying to get back in the groove of things, but they've been inconsistent closing out. And 76 is still playing better ball. Again, once they start building momentum, then it's a wrap. One thing I want to kind of look at is these first halves. These first halves, it doesn't do very well in the first half. Looking at some of the last games, don't look at the last Philly when they played the Magic.
Yeah, other than Washington last game, first half Philly been money.
Right. And well, nah, because they've lost some straight up. Like they lost to Orlando. I mean, they barely beat Orlando when they played on the 14th. They lost outright against
The one they lost
Miami.
to. Yeah, but
No, they won both of those
those
games.
late games. I think Embiid was sitting out some of those games.
No, no,
Ben
no, no, no.
Simmons.
But I'm not talking about the very last game. The game before that. I mean, was he sitting out? I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, because they
Embiid.
play Orlando back to back.
Right. I'm trying to see. Look at these stats. Yeah, you're right. Embiid didn't really play in the last couple of games of the season.
So
So
them
yeah,
last couple games, I don't know how you look at that. Like, because I know for a while we was hot on Philly first half, like a month toward the end of the season before those last couple games. Because I'm trying to think, somebody in the chat put us on Philly first half. Can't remember who it
might
was though.
might have been LJ.
Nah, it was a chat. It was like a listener, not nobody on the show.
So right now they got the first half -5 in favor of Philly. I'm probably gonna ride with you, man. Washington +8 for this one. This is a tough one. This is
Tough
the
for me though.
toughest out of everybody, out of all the games today. Wizards have been doing good first half. I don't know, man. This was the toughest one. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
This was the toughest one, in my opinion. Just to give a play out, man. Man, this is a tough one. I'm gonna take the Wizards first half +5. They've been playing good ball in the first half against some of the top teams, during their stretch. So I'm gonna take Philly. I'm gonna take the Wizards first half +5 and call it a day for that one. But I agree with you. That 8, I agree with you on that one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ride with you on that 8. A lot of the people, a lot of the pros, they think Philly gonna blow their ass out. That's what they
Uh,
thinking.
I can't say it's not possible,
But I'm
but
looking at the stat.
I agree with you. Philly have a hard time closing out those leads, man. Um, like the time that come to mind the most, it's happened several times this season. Where the time that come to mind the most is the San Antonio game, not too long before the season ended, not too long before that Orlando game. Like I took them first half, we hit the first half, they was blowing them niggas out by like plus more than 10, and that game ended up going into overtime. Um, I think ultimately they won if I remember correctly, but that's the game that made me notice that always happens to them. So that's why I'm scared of the 8, honestly. I mean, they could cover. They have the talent to cover. They're good enough to cover, but I don't even think they be caring. Like that's why I think they always let teams come back. I think they be like, this game over. We got it in the bag, and shit. Team just NBA. Teams pop their ass. Not necessarily pop them, but teams come back. So I can't
One thing,
I can't fuck with it. I'm too scared to fuck with it. Like yeah, I'm with Queen. They always blow the lead. So I'd rather take my L with Washington than
and Westbrook, he gonna play hard in the bitch too.
yeah, he gonna play. He not gonna give
To the
up and
final.
stay down. So that's one
Just
nigga you
period.
don't
He
want
gonna
to give a big
play
spread
to
to.
0-0-0.
Right. So yeah, I mean
Yes.
it can I don't want to just say this ain't no lock. You know what I'm saying? Like how I felt with the games yesterday, like I felt with the Lakers and shit like that. Like this a tough game, you know what I'm saying? But I'm on the 8. I can't see it no other way. I can't give up 8 with Philly. I can't. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't be surprised if Wizards win tonight. Again, they have been hot in the last 2 months.
Hey,
So I wouldn't be.
Moneyline said yesterday he wouldn't be surprised if the Wizards went outright. So
Yeah.
there's just a
And
little
let's get
money.
on. Let's get on the marquee game. Well, yeah, I think it's the marquee game of today's plays. The Hawks taking on the Knicks. There's a lot of trash talking going on. They ain't like the way Trey
But
Young.
say it's real quiet in this bitch, ain't it?
Yeah, they talking. They talking about Trey Young had a lot of antics going on in the game. So
Yeah,
expect
that's
some
what he was
hard
saying at the end of the
fouls.
game. It's real quiet in this bitch.
Yeah, expect some hard fouls for him from some of the bench players today. So But this line opened up in favor of New York -2.5. Right now, that line's at -2. And Atlanta, and the total opened up 213. Right now, that total's at 212.5. Pretty low ass total for a playoff game. Records right now. Atlanta's 42-31 on the year, 40-32-1 against the spread, while the New York Knicks are 41-32 on the year, 45-27-1 against the spread. Get to these actual factuals. The Hawks, they're 6-3 in the last 9 games this season against the spread. The unders hit 4 out of the last 5. They're 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games. 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games against New York. 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games against New York against the spread. They're 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 games when on the road. They oversee 8 out of the last 12 when playing on the road against New York. They're 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games of the season, 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games against an opponent in the Eastern Conference. And the overs hit 9 out of the last 12 when playing against the Atlantic Division. The New York Knickerbockers, they're 14-6 against the spread in the last 20. The unders hit 5 out of the last 6. They're 15-5 straight up in the last 20 games this year. 11-2 straight up in the last 13 home games. The totals hit 8 out of the last 12, gone over in the last 12 games when playing against Atlanta at home. They're 7-1 straight up in the last 8 games against an Eastern Conference opponent. 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games against an opponent in the Southeast Division. And 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing on the Wednesday. Injury reports right now, Noel is questionable for tonight's game for New York. The last time these two played, Trae Young hit the teardrop to take it 105-107. New York Knickerbockers taking on the Atlanta Hawks. What you got, Marley?
On them goddamn Knicks, man. And I've been rocking with the Knicks for a month or two. I've been rocking with the Knicks for like 3 months. Off how shit. I don't know. I've been rocking with the Knicks for a minute, man. And I took them game 1. We lost. Trae Young, fucking 32 points. Fucking 11 for 23. And it wasn't even a 3-point. He only shot 4 threes. He went 1 for 3. So that's not what was killing us. That nigga was getting in the paint and distributing and scoring. He had 10 assists. And somehow the nigga had 7 boards. What I know about Tibbs and the Knicks, they're not allowing that shit again. He may be effective. He won't have 7 rebounds. I don't think he's gonna have 32, maybe 20-something, high 20s. But Julius Randle is not gonna go 6 for 23 and give you 15 points again. I don't see that happening. I think maybe he was a bit nervous. Maybe he tried to do a little too much. He played a real un-Julius Randle-like game the whole game. I think it was more nerves, though. I don't think he was scared. I just think he was nervous, and he wanted to do, how you want to do good? You know what I'm saying? Trey hair just killed me. Yeah, bro, I don't know if he going, like, bald or his hair been weird to me ever since they've been showing that nigga. I don't know. His hair is real weird. He a weird looking dude.
Mixed kid.
Huh?
I said he's a mixed kid, man. Motherfuckers be coming out looking funny.
Yeah, but it look weird though. Like I know a bunch of mixed kids, but like that nigga shit look weird, bro. I don't know. That nigga shit look weird. I agree with Queen. This shit weird. That's that bad mix. Yeah, something didn't mix right. Yeah, it's like shit.
That boy, have you ever seen that?
Thin. Yeah, like I don't know. But the nigga like 20-something. He shouldn't be balding, but some races bald real early. I don't want to discriminate.
What I was going to say, you seen that movie Kingpins with Woody Harrelson back in the day?
No, I know of
it. Oh man,
I know of it.
At the end of the movie, Bill Murray hair is kind of going there. That's what his hair reminds me of.
I might have to. I'm cracking the fuck up. Yeah, that nigga shit is weird. Then it's kind of big for his little bitty ass body. Yeah. I don't know, but he be balling though. I guess that's why he can shoot. Maybe that's why that nigga can shoot. Anyway, I'm rocking with the Knicks, dog. Like you said, there's a lot of shit talk. The Garden, New York, not having that shit. I don't know if Burks can give me 9 for 13 and 27 points again. That's kind of out of his element. But I expect Julius Randle to give me 25 plus. Toupee flying. So man, look, I'm on the Knicks. I want to get on this 212. I haven't decided yet. The game ended at 212 on the dot last time, and kind of got me a little scared on the total. But I want to go over. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over. Make it official. Um,
Money likes the over
yeah, I like the
and the
over
over.
212 and a half. Fuck, that's tight. That's tight. Buying it to 209. Yeah, I think you're good at 209. I'm gonna take it at 212 though. I'm gonna take the over and I'm gonna take the Knicks. I'm taking the Knicks on the money line. No, 2 points, man. This could be a 2 point game again. So I'm gonna take the over. I don't expect the Knicks to give me 16 points in the first quarter again. Um, and I don't expect uh, Julius Randle to only score 15 points, 6 for 23. Like that's crazy. He won't do that again. And like you said, hopefully we get Trae Young some hard ass fouls. Like I said, it wasn't the three that was killing us. It was this nigga getting in the paint, doing floaters, doing layups, dishing it out, had 10 assists. Like that nigga was balling. Not happening again in the Garden tonight. The Garden gonna make his ass pay. I got the Knicks money line and the over 212 and a half.
Oh, so you like a money line?
Yeah, I'm
All
money
right.
line, man. I'm not doing that too. Last game ended in 2 points. So this could be potentially a 7 game series and with every game being tight. So uh, I don't I
Well,
don't I don't think go ahead.
I'm gonna take the Knicks -2. They've been playing lights out. They put lights out this year, especially in the last couple of months
Mm.
since you kind of really put me on them. I don't see right now. Start spreading the booze. They had a news article come out. They're trying to compare Trae Young to Reggie Miller, so they're getting ready tonight. It's gonna be rocking tonight. I don't see the Knicks losing two games in a row at their house, so I'm all in on the Knicks -2.
I need to catch up to
That's
Queen. I gotta get my bankroll on Queen level.
You feel me. But I like the Knicks -2. Again, they had to come. They had to fight back from that game. Game one, they had to fight back. So I
Yeah,
think
they
that
scored
play's gonna be
16 in the
one.
first. I don't think that's gonna happen. You give me a good, strong first and second and first half. Even though I think they was tied at halftime where it was still close, but they have to use a lot of energy to fight back. And just
Right, right.
if your star goes 6 for 23, you're probably gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn got me up. Hell yeah, cash last night on their ass too. We were undefeated yesterday. Yesterday was a great day.
Yeah, yeah. It was definitely a bounce back day for myself, man. So I'm feeling good about today. Let me get to that good spot again.
Yeah, but we did have a good day yesterday when they got me a new chain. You know what I'm saying? It's chain day.
I need to see if my shit got deposited. I ain't know you were just starting to fucking charge people for cashing out with Bitcoin now. I'm like, hold on, when the fuck y'all start charging
Yeah, I ain't
charging
never
for
known
that?
that.
It was always free, but see,
Free.
Bitcoin to the dip, so now it was a matter of time. I knew that shit wasn't gonna last. I need to
Nothing
go
is
see if they
always
sent me
free.
my payout. Yeah. But yeah, I'm on the Knicks -2. More like some money line and the over. The over does seem low, especially for a high scoring offense. But they're trying to balance it out with the high scoring offense from Atlanta and the strong defense of play from the Knicks. Well, let's get on to the late game. 10 o'clock Eastern time. 9 o'clock if you're in the great state of Texas. Let's get to these lines real quick. This line opened up in favor of Utah -7.5, but once they find out Donovan Mitchell was coming back, it's jumped up to -9, 9.5. Hopefully, I can still catch it at 9.5. The
Hope that hoe go
total's
to
at
10.
two. Yeah, the total opened up at -216.5 right now. That total's at 218 as of right now. Get to these records. Memphis Grizzlies 41-34 on the year, 43-31-1 against the spread, while the Utah Jazz they're 52-21 on the year, 41-31-1 against the spread. Actual factuals: Memphis 2-4 against the spread in the last 6 games this season. The unders hit 7 out of the last 10, 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games, 13-7 against the spread in the last 20 games against Utah. 1-6 straight up in the last 7 games against Utah, 13-6 against the spread in the last 19 games on the road. They overhit 6 out of the last 6 when playing on the road against Utah. They're 9-2 straight up in the last 11 games this season, 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games against a Western Conference opponent, at 7-2 against the spread in the last 9 games against an opponent in the Northwest Division. Utah Jazz, they're 2-4 against the spread in the last 6 games. They're 7-3 straight up in the last 10 games. 2-4 against the spread in the last 6 games. The over hit 5 out of the last 6 against Memphis. The over hit 4 out of the last 5 games for Utah at home. They're 8-4 straight up in the last 12 games this season. 2-4 against the spread in the last 6 games against a Western Conference opponent. 14-3 straight up in the last 17 games against an opponent from the Southwest Division. And 2-4 against the spread in the last 6 games again in the month of May. Injury report: McDermott is downgraded to out for today's game. Donovan Mitchell is playing for tonight, and Ilyasova, he is sick for today's game, so he is questionable. The Memphis Grizzlies, they pulled out the last game, 112-109, and won us a lot of money. I know they won me a lot of money that day.
Yes, they did. They bought me that. Thank you, Memphis. It was a great weekend.
Oh man, that shit was so smooth. We was taking shots for my brother's birthday last night, eating some seafood
Super
and
smooth,
stuff.
huh?
Man, that shit was. My whole family was like, "Yo, this shit is smooth," because we be doing shots.
Bro, you don't really take. It's my last cup right here. This is it. This is the last of the Mohicans.
That's $100 bottle. It's well worth it though. Grizzlies versus Jazz. What you got?
I see Queen saying she's scared of the Utah game. I know why, Queen. Remember what you took last time. And I told you this earlier, P. Coach. You know what I'm saying? Utah got to show me, dog. I'm not betting against the Grizzlies. I've been riding with them since the play-in, a couple of games before, depending on who they played. I like this team, and I literally watched that both of those games against Golden State, the play-in game before, and then the game to actually get in, the game to see who was going to play for that play-in game before the Laker game, and then they played again for the HC. I watched both of those games, like first quarter to fourth quarter, and the first game when I watched this nigga Dylan Brooks play Dion Stiff, I seen it, bro. I don't know, like I seen it. I was like, man, these niggas is a solid. If Dylan Brooks can D up like that and give you 20 points or something like 20-25, along with Ja Morant 20-25, along with Valanciunas 13 and 13, they tough, dog. They tough. And I don't know. I got a thing with I got a rule. I told you this earlier, Coach, when we was on the phone talking. I got a rule with superstars being gone for a long time and then coming back and fucking up the rotation in the lineup. Now, Mitchell was supposed to come back the first game, so I know he practiced and played with the team. I don't know if that affects my theory. I'm going to say it doesn't, and I'm going with my theory. I'm taking the 9.5 until otherwise. Mitchell come out and drop 35, we probably lose. It's really on Mitchell. So if money making Mitch come to play and Ja don't match that, like Ja gotta match it. It can't be Ja get 21 and Mitchell got 31, 30, 29. Like it gotta be close. It gotta be Mitchell got 30, Ja gotta have 28. You know what I'm saying? Or 30. Then you got Dylan Brooks, he gotta cancel out Bogdanovich. Or he gotta cancel out Clarkson off the bench. Or he got to cancel out Bogdanovich and Tyus, the little point guard from Duke, the little light-skinned nigga from Duke, and Grayson Allen got to cancel out Jordan Clarkson together. Like, those are the things that got to happen for each team in order to win. Like, Ja has to match Morant. Dylan has to match Bogdanovich or Brogdon, whichever one of them niggas is over there. And Grayson Allen and Tyus and the bench have to match Jordan Clarkson. We get those, we cover. We don't, we lose. Simple as that. I got the Grizz. I got 9.5. If that fucking game is tight, I sprinkle a little bit on that money live on the live. But I'm on the Grizz. Jazz don't scare me. I'm not scared. Mitchell has to show up, and I expect him to be rested. So,
what was his injury? Why was he out again?
Fucking foot. I'm not sure. ACL, yeah, knee. Damn, it must have been sprain because it wouldn't have been torn. Gone that long. Yeah, it might have been like a sprain or some shit like that. Clearly, it
Ankle.
was torn.
It was his ankle.
Man, fucking Wasp just
So they're
blew
talking
me.
about his ankle. So he ain't. I don't see
Oh,
Mitchell coming
I'm
back.
still here. I'm trying to get a little Wasp that's blowing my little area.
I don't. I don't see Mitchell just coming back like that. No player. Man, it's very rare a player comes back from an injury that's been out for more than 2 to 3 weeks and just all of a sudden just come out and put up numbers. It's gonna fuck with him for a little bit, man. He's going through a game with the messed up bum ankle. So come third, the mid third, then that fourth quarter, he gonna be in some pain.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if well, of course, at halftime they gonna give him a shot.
Yeah, he probably gonna get
Either,
that shot.
you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be bummy. You can't
What you tell us, Queen? How LeBron did told y'all how LeBron did us. How LeBron did us. We was on LeBron. Yes, hey.
she might be talking about a previous show.
Oh, he came back and fucked the. Oh yeah. That's my rule. I know. I remember now, Queen. Yeah. That's my rule. And the same thing happened with AD when they played the Knicks. I mean, the Mavs.
And
And
he
his
gonna be
first game
rushing
back.
them. He gonna be expect him to be trying to do too much because they don't want to
Right.
fall 0-2 to this team and they have to
Right.
go on the road. So expect him to do too much. Expect him to kind of. I mean, this is his first game back. I don't expect him to be playing for 30 minutes. No more than 30 minutes, bro. I mean, I don't see it. They'll have to go up big for him to kind of be able to chill. But I don't see him going over 30 minutes, 32 minutes. I mean, what you
Right.
think?
I don't think they're gonna go a big, man. I think this Grizzly team. I know they young, but I don't think they like satisfied or scared. Like I see Ja and I see them and I see they fearless. Like
You know
they
who you
young,
know
but
you
I
know
don't
who
think they
Dylan playing
scared.
like? Dylan reminds me of Barkley, man. He playing
Who?
like a young Charles Barkley right now.
Barkley?
Man, he
I don't know
talking
how
shit,
Barkley
driving.
really played. Like, I mean, I know he was good, but
Oh yeah,
man, you're not that
yeah,
much older than me. Fuck, I'm talking
yeah,
about.
but you're a year younger, and you still was
But
wet
I just
behind
remember like
your
Fat
ears.
Barkley. Like I don't remember Barkley. What you say? I don't remember. Like I know he was cold when he was younger. Then I remember him. I still remember him at the Suns, but like barely. But I know when he first got
He
to
was
Suns and
balling.
even in Philly, like he was balling.
He was balling, bro. He was balling. So, I'm right there with you. I like the not plus 9.5. I think he's gonna be doing a little too much. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Did he
I
guarantee
saw
it? Did he
that.
guarantee it last night?
Yes, he did. He hit the
He did.
button. Guarantee.
Guarantee.
He hit it. He hit it. So, but I'm with it. I'm with you right now. I like the Grizzlies plus 9.5. I hope it go up to 10. Might buy a couple of points, but yeah, I like the Grizzlies. If I do good in the first two games, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit something on that. You know what I'm saying?
I have
Oh, he
to.
said Boston too. Oh yeah, he
Ah,
on two. He on two.
Barkley. Damn.
So just do a quick recap. As far as myself, I kind of threw this out of order. I like the Wizards first half and
Mm-hmm.
+8. I like the Knicks -2, and I like the Grizzlies plus 9.5. Marley likes the Wizards +8. He likes the Knicks money line and the over, and he likes the Grizzlies plus 9.5. Do you have a $5 come up, or you saving that for later, or what's the deal?
No, we're gonna do it now. Because I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a hockey video later. So, because it's only like two hockey games, I
Are
think.
the Knights playing tonight?
Yes, they are. I'm staying the fuck away.
What's the money line for that?
Money
I'm just
line.
curious.
Let me go back. Let me go to the U wage. I already got it up, so just give me 1 second. It was like -1 because they on a roll. Parlay all three. The Washington spread. What she say? I hope she took our
What?
parlay yesterday. I hear parlay yesterday. I hear all kind of shit. Cause it's chaining day, nigga. I rock this shit like it's fucking diamonds. What you asked me? Oh, I got a baseball play too for boys.
I was asking for the money line for tonight.
Money
I'm
line
looking it up
tonight.
right
Yeah,
now. The
I
money
got it.
line is minus 135. Oh, and they're in Minnesota tonight.
They're
So
in Minnesota. That's why I'm staying away. I think they can. I mean, they won 2 games in Minnesota, so it's not like they can't win in Minnesota. Panthers have a new 20-yard goalie that got them the win. Oh,
20,
really?
20-year-old.
I bet he
I
lose
saw
tonight because
that.
I'm taking the Lightning to close that hoe out at home tonight. That's the play I'm on. Hope he loses, but maybe he won't. Big game. I think the Lightning close it out tonight, hopefully. I want to take the Penguins today, but scared of the Islanders, so I'm staying away from that hoe. And I want to take the Knights. Oh, the Knights, yeah. I want to take the Knights, but I'm scared of Minnesota Wild at home, so scared of that hoe. But even though Vegas beat them twice, man, I'm scared of the Wild because they can beat Vegas. It's like the only team that beat Vegas. So scared of that hoe. But I am on the Lightning tonight. I think they can get the close out against Florida. That's a tough game though, but Lightning been a good team all season, man. They can't go home in the first round. So even though it's 3-2, I don't think they want to do a 7-game. So I got the Lightning, and that's gonna be one game on the $5 come up. We got the Lightning. We have the um, Grizzlies plus the 9.5. We have the Wizards plus the 8. And then we're going to throw a baseball play in there. We're going to do the money line for the Yankees. German is pitching. I didn't know if I want to go Didi German or I wanted to go Glasnow with the Rays. I think I want to go Glasnow. I feel more comfortable with Glasnow. So we're gonna go. We got a whole different smorgasbord of fucking par for the parlay. We got Wizards plus 8. That's one $5 come up. We got the Grizzlies plus 9.5. Then we got Tampa Bay Lightning and we got Tampa Bay Rays. Back-to-back Tampa teams. Both of them get the wins today. That's the $5 come up. And then what that boy Patrick Brown say? What about the over on the Grizzlies? Don't have any take on that total. Didn't even really pay attention to the side, honestly, when I was busting the game down. I don't even know what the score was last night.
219. Well, I ain't a totals guy, but shout out to one of our total guys that's a part of B&B Brotherhood, Mr. Mikey Hover, the Reaper. He had his baby girl this morning. So shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Reaper on the new addition to the family.
Yeah, I don't got no play on that, P. Patrick Brown, my brother. So anything I tell you will be a guess. So I don't even wanna I don't wanna do you like that, dog.
Yeah, I'm out of there too. But shit, that's all I got, man. I gotta get ready to
that Memphis line just went up to 10, by the way.
Oh, perfect. Let's get it. Oh, it might go to 11.
It might be Mitchell coming back, so you probably got people that's gonna jump all over there, and you don't expect the Utah. People probably expecting a blowout. You know what I'm saying? Because
if it go to that 11 I'll say by halftime. By halftime of the Wizards game, it should go to 10.5, and then right before tip off, expected to be at 11.
I don't think they get blown out. I think Utah wins and ties it up, but man, 10-11, like dang, dog, I don't know. Even earlier in the season, because when I remember,
that benefits us. Shit, I ain't complaining.
Oh yeah, hell no. Fuck no, I'm not complaining. Hell no. I mean, I remember, like I said, when I looked it up before game 1, they played 3 times in the regular season.
Right.
Ja missed one of those games, I think. And
I know the last 2 games before Mitchell got hurt, they played back to back. The night before, Utah won by 3, and that's when Mitchell had 35 and Morant had 32. The following night, I think they won like maybe 11.
That was the blowout.
Yeah.
And then the other game was close.
Right. So
2 of the 3 games was close. So that's how I looked at it.
But see, they feeling themselves right now, man. So I'm feeling good.
Yeah. And like I say, I don't think they know. Like I don't think they finna come out like, oh, we won game one, so we happy. Da 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 da, and then get smacked. Like I think it's gonna be still a tough game. Maybe Utah pulls away late, but like I don't think it's gonna be no blowout shit. Like I don't see. I don't know. I think the Grizzlies too tough for that. I think Ja too tough for that. But they don't got no veterans over there neither. So you know what I'm saying? That could hurt.
Well, that's a bit, man. That's all I
All
got
right.
for today. You got anything you want to leave the people with?
Utah money line. Shit, Queen. They should win.
It's the spot for them.
They're supposed to. It's a Utah spot, but that's the same thing I said yesterday about the Clippers while taking Dallas. And I'm telling you that again right now while taking the Grizzlies. It's a Utah spot. They supposed to win, but their star is hurt, and it's a lot of fucking points. So I don't know. Knicks. I gave out my $5 parlay. I don't got nothing, coach. I gave out everything I got.
All right, well, that's a bit, man. So, we appreciate everybody tuning in. We will see you guys tomorrow around the same time. And as Marley like to say with the hashtag,
Let's beat Vegas. We out this motherfucker.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays.